when it comes to meeting girls, the hardest part is the meeting part. Yeah. And then when a guy kind of like looks at your ex as being in the zone of someone they can date, then you've by proxy helped them get through the meeting phase, and she trusts him through you.
You just screened her for him.
It's like she would have never talked to this guy if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, like you didn't do any of the hardest work, which is to become trustworthy.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
You should take a percentage.
Yeah. Commission.
Every 10 hand jobs, I get one.
From the guy.
Yeah.
What if your friend wants to date your ex?
Please take him away.
That's how you feel about it?
Well, I don't think I've had really bad, like, I guess one.
Just one?
But other than that, I'm on pretty good terms with all my exes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But then, so the fact that you're on good terms with your ex is the determining factor of whether or not you're comfortable with a friend dating them?
Well, because if I'm already not with them, they've been trash, bro. They've been done.
Let's say Anthony was like, yo, I've been talking to this chick. Can we start going out? How do you feel about it? You'd be like,
I think it depends on how fresh the breakup was. Because it's like, dude, come on, man. This only been 24 hours. That means you've been.
I thought the same.
That's like you've been on the fucking prowl. You've been like that tells me more about like you've been on the sidelines waiting to fucking vulture in.
Yeah.
But if it's a situation where actually, I think Bart is like had this situation where Bart and Gio we're all a group, one group.
Oh, that's right.
We're one group, and then after, they found. They got attracted to each other, all that stuff. But we were all friends. So I can't, if she was a part of the friend group and they have their own kind of friendship, right? Then it's like that off-limit stuff is kind of weird to me. Because it's like, you don't want her anymore. Or it didn't work out between you two. Maybe you are simping and you want to win her back, but she doesn't want you back.
Yeah.
So why prevent that from your friend?
What if it's like, I know that there's cases where like a friend is dating an ex that you've had, but they weren't around when you dated that person, so there's no connection. But what if it's a friend who was there while you were dating that ex and was just kind of knows her too, and then much later it's a bad taste?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Has it happened to you before?
Not to me, but actually I've seen it happen. In like my group of friends, and I just thought it was weird. Like
it's bad. It's a bad form, huh?
Yeah, there's like so many people in the world. There's just like you have to pick that person. I mean, but they're still homies though, so I guess it's whatever. But for me, nah, I wouldn't have liked it.
You know what's funny? There was this big Arcadia friend group. It's funny because
oh, you know Arcadia now, huh?
Well, they all went to Arcadia High. And this friend group was like 40 deep. It was huge. It was a huge friend group, right? Damn. And every time they went to Vegas, they would have like suites, like multiple rooms, big old parties. Everywhere they were, they are the party, right? And they just keep growing this big friend group. And because of how many people were in their group, they would all just date each other.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing is, like, I'm like, this would never fly in Monterey Park. Yeah, we have different rules. These Arcadia kids, man, they all just date each other. This is so weird.
I think it's also like royalty, where like they're the hierarchy, the highest in the Arcadia thing, so like they can't date lower than themselves.
They can't date the lower classes, so like they're just...
Because I knew that group through Joe.
Yeah.
Joe would bring me around sometimes, and then he'd be like that person with that person.
Now they're
blah, blah,
dating.
blah. And then the next time I come around, I'm like, oh, those two are together, right? Like, no, now that person's with that person.
That's weird.
But they're all friends. They all stayed friends.
That's weird.
That's interesting.
You Arcadia kids.
Well, I was gonna say, I know one case where it's more like, it's like mostly a guy group, and then like one female friend has dated multiple of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
That's homie hopper, yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
One girl with a 10 guy group.
No, maybe not all 10.
Imagine being the last guy of the group.
Yeah, is he the winner or the loser?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? If a friend of yours was like, is it okay if I start dating this guy that you were with and we were all friends together at one point?
I think now I wouldn't think that's weird. I'd be like, go for it. But I think back then that would have been really weird. I wouldn't have been into that because that's weird too for us to sit next to each other and be like, yeah, we both like have been with this guy. Like that's so awkward. Do you guys not think that's weird?
Well, also, how close are you still hanging out with this friend on a frequent basis?
Like you would see them on a regular basis.
It's like one of your main friends, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
That means you can't actually let go of her because she's gonna be around.
Yeah, it kind of brings things back.
Yeah.
If anything, it's more that.
Why are you so nice to him? So mean to me.
Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't do that for me.
Exactly.
Oh.
For me, it's less of like you dating him. It's more like if you guys have issues and you want to talk about it. Like I already don't want to talk to this guy or hear about him.
Yeah.
So it has less to do with like, oh, you getting with him, but more like I don't want to.
It's a part of your life.
Like I already got rid of him. Like
Already deleted that email. Why does it keep coming back?
It's basically you doing that, and then the ball comes back.
and it's like. You don't even get the added benefits of a relationship, right? It's just like
you only get the hassle.
if your friend's like, man, especially if they're like, was he ever like this with you? That just makes it like.
That's a weird question.
Yeah.
I think if I knew they were like good folks and I was completely over her and then I was like, yeah, you guys actually might work out, I'd be totally cool with it. Because let's say you could love someone that's your ex, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you're completely over her. But you still want the best for her. Like you want her to do well, whatever, and you're never gonna touch her ever again. But if you think someone else like that's like one of your friends would take care of her well, I think that's actually a better choice than a complete stranger that might fuck her over. Because you don't know who this guy is. Mm-hmm. But you're kind of and how close is the guy to you? I think that's another thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind. That means like you still care for, which is a healthy way. It's like you still care about the person you're with and spent time with, so you wish the best for them, and if you can help in any way. Whereas like, I don't know.
If it didn't end well, you're like, why is she still around? And
yeah.
It's kind of different for guys too, I think, because when it comes to meeting girls, the hardest part is the meeting part. And then when a guy kind of like looks at your ex as being in the zone of someone they can date, then you've by proxy helped them get through the meeting phase, and she trusts him through you. And I think that part bothers me. That it's like, oh no, I didn't mean to be the person that like.
You just screened her for him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like she would have never talked to this guy if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, like you didn't do any of the hardest work, which is to become trustworthy.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, because it's like through me.
You should take a percentage.
Yeah, commission.
Every 10 hand jobs, I get one.
From the guy. Yeah. Like I'm here for the commission.
What do you think is harder to navigate? One of your friends dating your ex, or one of your friends dating your sister?
Ooh, I've thought about that. I don't even know what that's like for. I would love anybody to date my sister. That would be cool.
Just anybody.
Yeah, that'd be pretty.
Did that ever make you go, oh, we could be brothers? That's cool.
No, I've never had a relationship with my sister to where like I knew who she was dating. So if I did, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Dude, I forgot you had a sister.
Exactly, yeah. Like people always forget that I even have a sister because we're so distant.
Yeah.
But then like if that would bring us closer in the way that like I know who she's dating, that would be like a welcome thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I would be like, oh, that's so cool.
Like bring the family together.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like tossing and turning thinking of them having sex or anything. I wouldn't be like awake at night. Like
But let's say you had a friend and he was notorious being a dog.
Oh. Don't even try.
You've toured together, you've shared rooms, and you hear in the room the craziest sounds you've ever heard.
Oh.
And then he's with your sister. Then would you be like, oh, it's just bringing the family together?
Man, if my sister's falling for something that basic, then I would just be like, you needed to in order to like figure that
Move
out.
to the next step.
Yeah, because that's like, I mean, every girl's got to kind of get duped once, I think.
Yeah.
Is that true?
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
and you learn, you like speed learn that.
Yeah.
When it hurts, and it's like if she hasn't gone through that, that's probably why she's entertaining it, because she just hasn't seen it yet. So like, hey, welcome to the world. Like this happens, you know.
I actually just went through this scenario. My friend, who was my bridesmaid, just married my little brother.
What? That's crazy.
Did they meet through you?
They
or-
met at my wedding.
Wow, no way.
Are you like, where's
She
the
was
tax?
with her ex. Like, her ex is in my videos. Like, my wedding videos.
So
Wait.
before that, they never met. She never met your brother.
No, because my brother was abroad. Like, he went to UC Santa Barbara, and then he went to UC San Francisco. Wait, what?
Yeah, you see San Francisco.
He was in San Francisco, and then he went to like China for a couple years. So he wasn't always home.
Oh.
Yeah. So they never met until my wedding, and then
They hit it off there.
yeah.
So do you get a percentage for life now, huh?
Huh?
You get a percentage for life?
I don't want the hair drop.
Well, you could cash it in if you want.
Who's the one that pays you? Really?
The bridesmaid.
No one pays. No payment. No payment.
So how are they now? Are they like hitting it off? They're pretty cool. Or
I mean, they're married.
They got married.
Yeah, they just got married. So it started off
That's a
really
trip,
weird.
dude,
I was
yeah.
pissed at first. I was very weirded out at first.
Wait, did you?
We weren't good for a while, and then eventually.
Why were you pissed? Was it just hard to process? And then
That she went
And
after your.
is there an age gap?
So yes, I feel like she's maybe a year or two older than him.
Oh, that's
Cougar.
He's 5 years younger than me, so
Were you
I
like,
never
you
thought this would
predator?
ever happen. But she's also younger than me.
You're protective of your little brother.
It's how it came out. It was out of. I think it was the respect.
oh.
And we're good. We're good now, and I love her. I love them
you
together.
find-
We're hiding it.
So he actually came to me. We had gone to Disneyland together. I think it was like the six of us, my husband and my sister and her boyfriend, and. It
So a
was
triple
maybe-
date?
Yeah, it was kind of a triple date, but I didn't mean for it to
Okay.
be. It was like maybe 2 months after the wedding, so they had already met. And then my brother came to me after that day, and he was like, "Hey, is it okay if I take Camille out on a date?" And I was like, "Wow, that's fucking weird, but I'm so glad that you asked me. Like, thank you. Yeah, yes, you can take it. That's weird. That's weird. It's very weird, but you can do it."
Okay, yeah.
And then she never called me, never talked to me about it, never anything, and we were really
Oh
close.
no.
And then they went out. And then I was like, why didn't you call me before? Because that would have made the
Yeah.
biggest difference.
That's odd.
That is
So I
very
think that's
weird.
what it was. Because now that it's all happened, it's so cool.
Did she
Yeah.
That my brother's with someone, and they're
That's dope.
so good together. They're perfect. Like, I'm so happy, and I know that they're really good people. So I'm really happy about it. But
how come it was weird for your brother to ask you initially?
because it's my little, I always think of him as my little brother. So for him to date my friend is weird because we're 5 years apart. So
Yeah,
they're
5
not
years.
5 years apart, but my brother and I are 5 years apart. So I just never thought this situation would ever come up.
Yeah.
So that's weird. Like, ew, you want
You're
to
not
date my
prepared.
little brother, but like he's a man, you know?
Did she know that?
Yeah.
Like, ew, he's like, I don't know, in 4th grade or something, isn't he?
He's like hella old already.
Did she know though that your brother asked you?
I don't know.
Because I wonder if she didn't. She's like, let me not, like, what if the date goes like horribly wrong and they just like never talk about it?
Oh, like nothing
like,
comes from
if
it.
she didn't know that your little brother like told you, it's like, okay, well, I don't want to tell her if like this goes like really bad and we just like never see each other again.
Yeah.
Then it's like that would be more awkward.
Or what if the thought of going against the rules gets her going?
Ew.
The thrill of being caught by your friend.
You know what's funny? I feel like
I don't even know how to respond.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
I feel like that situation was probably way more common than now where like people are meeting online. So like people meeting at weddings.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
like people dated within their community of mutuals. That was the highest way
true,
of
yeah.
finding someone, not like complete strangers half, way across the world, but that's the norm now.
Yeah. A lot of family events, people would meet.
Right, so you're kind of screened already back in the day where you're like, who is this person? Oh, this is so and so.
You're already in pre-check.
You're in TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
Versus now you're just complete
dude.
strangers.
Terror alert orange.
Yeah.
Be a serial killer.
Yeah.
Could be.
Really,
Yeah.
it's really scary out there.
But it goes to show there's a lot of decent, cool people because you're just dating everyone and complete strangers and yeah.
And I think now more than ever, it probably makes it weird that someone wants to date your ex that there's so close proximity to when there's access to like you said, there's so many freaking people.
Go on your app. There's a million people there.
Just input everything she is and find someone just like that.
True. I didn't even think about that.
There's really no excuse to be
it's
like,
why her when you?
yeah.
You see what she put me through? Like,
Yeah.
You don't see me crying, dog.
You like crying?
Which one's Camilla?